I don't really know which one's best. Let's go from here. I think, maybe. Oh, the Grand Bazaar, dude. I was like, I don't know where we're going. It's like, the Grand Bazaar, we know how to get there, you idiot. Look, I had lunch in between. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, it's so weird seeing Aether in his natural environment. And Sino? This is so unusual. Gentlemen.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during a fight.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer?
Let's go with the Balladeer.
After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Can we convey his words?
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. I'll remember that. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now.
Wonderful.
To avoid alerting the quarry, they will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
He's already said if we want to have that warm, fuzzy feeling, we need to go cuddle Candace.
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them. You...
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well,
He makes a fair
Sino
argument.
doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Naturally.
Employer?
Yep, the Traveler hired me.
She asked for a smile as her payment.
That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
I don't know, what do I have to say to the team?
Say something to boost morale.
Let me think.
What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Nilu!
I was wondering if we'd seen Lilo since we're literally in front of her theater.
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Do you know everybody standing here in front of you?
Not at all.
Personally?
I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you?
No, just the weather.
But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join you?
In our insurrection against the sages of the academia. And more technically, the Balladeer.
You mean you also want to discuss something important with me?
Yes. Something very important.
Does she have to serve as the distraction or something?
Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Wait, you're seriously inviting me?
Alathan tells Nilo of the plan on that day. Nilo was shocked at first, but it isn't long before she's bubbling with excitement and anticipation.
I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and most passionate people of Sumeru, well, that I've ever met. Ahem. Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
Hear that, guys? I'm awesome.
That's right. must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
She can do that.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to save a god.
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
It's hard to believe everything that has happened till now, and our actions will bring change to many things tomorrow.
Yep! It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
That's right. So, just get a good night's sleep, everyone.
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Question, Sino. How is this attached to your belt? Because the fact that it's moving seems odd. I can understand the material moving, but shouldn't the metal piece be, like, stuck to the belt? It looks kind of weird the more I look at it.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice and quiet.
Wait, what about Carver or whatever his name? I don't know how to pronounce his name alright. I don't remember it orally, if I've heard it before.
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow. Okay, so I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now. Yep, good night everyone!
Oh, the calm before the storm. The calm before the storm. What do we do? Wait until 8 AM the next day. Well, I might as well grab my achievement while I'm here. Yoink. Time. I wasn't paying attention. 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock.
Today is the Academia's Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
Go to the Academia to meet
Should be
Hatham.
waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him.
I mean, I could just fast travel because we have a teleportation point literally right in front of it, but I'm going on foot. No particular reason. Other than stubbornness, I suppose. Hello. Morning.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Possibly well, yeah.
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost up.
I was thinking that. I was just thinking like, yeah, good night's sleep before an operation. Yeah. I'm like, but wouldn't you be so anxious you wouldn't be able to get sleep?
What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again?
Please, because I don't know what the game plan is. Yes, just in case. I want to confirm everything again.
Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Surasthana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of another.
So, how are we gonna get to the Grand Sage's office?
Don't forget, today is Nyargarbaha Day, arguably the most important day to the Academia. The sages and core Academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the Academia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon.
When you put things that way, the plan feels a bit unrefined.
Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Academia should have already started preparing for Nyagarbha Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through the front door, or...?
Yes.
Why not?
Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
I don't think there is a stealthy approach. Just front door it.
Paimon can't think of a good comeback. Alright, it's all on Alhaitham if things go south.
She's just not taking any responsibility if things go... I didn't want to say go south like she did, but yes, go south. Okay, okay, I was going to say, where do you want me to go specifically? But we just got a cutscene it.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
Why? Calm down, Paimon.
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but I didn't know what for. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the Academia.
This isn't looking good. We were noticed.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer.
This is smart, making him come up with his own reasoning for why it's acceptable for the traveler to be here.
The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were gone from the Academia for so long because...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on track.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the Academia, Scribe.
Oh, we have our Kasha back on. I just noticed.
What the heck just
But not
happened now?
Paimon.
What did he just guess?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with.
It's a smart thing you could do.
That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the Academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity.
To say the least.
Let's go.
I mean, how do you know the sage still isn't in his office? The Grand Sage, sorry. I mean, I get why you say that all sages should be busy, but that doesn't necessarily mean the Grand Sage is going to be busy in that particular moment.
Is this the Academia's library?
We've been here before, Paimon.
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Tevat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyagarbha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters.
I can't help but feeling they're brutalizing that poor word.
Just act natural. Now, hurry along.
Hide for now and wait for an opportunity. Hide on the bottom level? Oop.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't
Okay,
run
I
into
was
the Great
correct.
Sage. Let's step back and observe for now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh, Paimon thinks that's really dangerous.
Do you have another plan, Paimon?
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be much safer if we...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
Oh, well, this isn't going well.
You're... What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct? It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum.
It's not too late for you to stop.
Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the situation at hand and have no intention of making a reckless stand.
Oh no, I plan on doing so.
The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me to my office.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
Just attack them all.
All
You'll be
right
right.
then, Traveler. What did you wish to discuss with me? Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all.
The Fatui have ulterior motives. Pfft, I'm pretty sure he knows that.
You seem to know quite a bit about our endeavors. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me?
A gnosis? Maybe benefits of some kind?
Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work.
That doesn't stop the fact that they want it.
Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot
Creating a
attain
monster.
omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight.
Yeah, I don't think you seem to realize that you're the one who's corrupting Ermin's sword.
For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it.
And it's times like this that I wish this game were a little more violent, because I would love to stab this dude. You say it's the pinnacle of human wisdom, but in the end, you're still relying on a god.
You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion.
What about Lesser Lord Kusanale? It's not like Sumeru didn't already have a god of its own.
Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanale. What can she even do?
You've never allowed her to do anything.
Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play for the Academia. Does that make us equal to the gods? We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Surasthana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic justification. Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
I don't know what I can say or do. The arrogance of the scholars.
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Aether? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested.
Is this the canon knowledge that we put our knowledge into?
It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about her ready for your perusal.
Aether? So you're still on the academia side!
And there's Paimon acting as intended, just what he wanted.
We finally started to trust you!
We've been set up. I hate them. You haven't. Oh my god, people suck.
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Neagarba Day, I'll enter the information on you into the
See?
Akasha.
See?
Surely you know what that means.
He wants it entered into this, everyone can see.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
Ah.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%.
Right.
Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself.
Hence why he wanted my dedication, my conviction.
To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons.
When you say dishonest persons, does that also include your General Mahamatra?
Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case,
I had to shut up and do it
you are
already.
Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
Yeah, sir, you're about to fuck up your own system.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no?
What do you mean?
Your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. I will spell things out.
Can we not? Can you just shove the information into the Akasha and let's get on with it? We don't need the big villain monologue.
First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler at Caravan Rebat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert. Am I correct?
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who had defected from the Academia. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%? What do you think?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the Traveler is still willing to sacrifice for the sake of your plan. If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work. Sneak into the Academia on Neagarba Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Academia and continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person. I suppose this is also a part of your plan?
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. No, even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations
Oh no,
and
God
the development
forbid.
of Sumeru's future academic system.
What a shame. It puts you back a little bit.
However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our great work.
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So flight is turned to fight at long last. Guards!
Can you just use the Akasha terminal already? Nope. Okay. Oh, cutscene. Is he okay? Is he okay? Ah, he's using the forbidden knowledge. Intentionally, or is he being forced into it? Intentionally. Oh dear.
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
There you were wrong.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane.
Oof.
Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyargarbaha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Enter my capsule, enter my capsule. How is he so confident that he can control that? When no one has been able to control that to date.
Don't lock us up! Let us out!
This is the biggest prison cell ever. Paimon, you can literally fly out the door. I don't know what your problem is. In fact, even I could squeeze out that. Ah, that's enough, Paimon. I don't think the guards can hear us anymore.
Oh, yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon acting just now? Great, huh?
Marvelous. Not bad, but worse than mine.
Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too.
Ah, so Paimon knew she had to act that way. Okay. That was close. We can relax for the time being.
We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitham sure knows how to cook up a plan. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up.
Let's review what we discussed during our strategy meeting.
Right. Paimon thinks it went something like this.
Are we relying on Paimon's memory? This can't go good. Well.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the
Oops, sorry, out of my
Why do you want
space.
to get her locked up on purpose?
She's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to the successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk she poses to them. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. She has a more important task once she's in confinement. According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is worth getting thrown in jail for.
But how do we get out of the cell?
The confinement room is inside the academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
I think the Traveler's pretty lucky, so you might be okay.
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Alhaitham modified. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they'd locked us up in here. Were they being careless?
That wasn't because of carelessness, but of their arrogance. They think the Akasha is completely under their control.
Alright, so what now?
We need to first find the place with the best signal in this room, then we try to connect with Nahida.
Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this time. Let's do it.
I'm not sure it's going to go quite that way, Paimon, because she's not really
There's a light flashing on your Akasha
aware.
terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal.
How can I see how fast it's blinking? Okay, it looks quite slow. It's kind of going faster. Can I go out this way? Ah,
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
yeah, I'm stuck. I can't tell if it's getting faster or not. Yeah, no, that's definitely getting slower. Back the other way.
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?